Hey, welcome back to Let's Play the Trans-Morbid adventure. I'm Robismetal, let's keep going. In the last video, we got locked up in an insane asylum. Oops. Let's see, maybe the cops. Let's try to do a 180 in our car. And that didn't work. The beer has obviously had too much of an effect on me. I realized mid-motion I don't actually know how to do a 180-degree turn. So I decided to do a 3-point turn instead, but during this time the police have got a giant hook out and throw it through my back window. It lodged itself in my back seat and it's attached by a wire to a tree. As I try to take off the wire, as I try to drive off, the wire gains tension and the hook rips the entire framework of the car off, leaving me with losing momentum with just the steering wheel, driver's seat, 2 front tires, and me on the road. By the time it all comes together, the police are surrounding me and they've got guns on me. As I slowly raise my hands, the unopened 1664 beer simultaneously explodes. The police are spooked and plug me full of holes. That's unfortunate. That means there's only one thing left we can do. Ram the bastards, yelling yeehaw out the window again. Just as I ram the police car, another version of me zaps into the passenger seat out of nowhere. Somehow I manage to wipe out all the police cars and get through. A couple miles down the road, I pull into dense forest and turn the car off. I ask the sober replica of myself what is going on. The other me says, I was 1 minute on an aeroplane, because he has bad grammar, and I picked up this funny looking remote control type device and pushed a button on it. Next minute I'm here with you. And by the way, who are you? The first me picks up the funny looking remote control type device and looks at it, and after a short while says, Did you read the back? It's a sliding device. This means I've come into a parallel dimension. Well, you know what? This can't be good. So I'm just going to kill my other self. So after strangling him, I arrive in Queenstown, New Zealand. I know this because there are many Japanese tourists running around with Queenstown labeled t-shirts, hats, postcards, and bungee jumping sheep. I'm not dressed for midwinter snow conditions, so I go into a shop and deck myself out with some lovely warm woolen clothing. I go and check into the 5-star hotel by the lake. I strip off and relax into the spa bath in my room. I order a nice meal from the room service menu, watch a good film on cable TV, and hit the sack early. The next day, I head up to the Coronet Peak for a day of skiing. I enjoy myself immensely. That night, some rich folk host a fancy dress party where the best dressed wins $1 million. Naturally, I come in dressed up as an alien from some distant planet. Surprisingly, I win, but that's probably because everyone else was dressed up as sheep. I tire of the Queenstown lifestyle and I get on a flight to Melbourne, Australia. When I arrive in downtown Melbourne, I'm approached by 3 people. The first wants to show me the real nightlife of Melbourne. The second wants me to go shopping in Myer with her. The third wants me to go for a swim in the Yaw River with him. Despite the fact it's... You know what? We're going to go with the nice pretty lady. And we're going to go shopping! I decide to go to the Myer with the woman. I enter the perfume department where an opera singer is singing. She's very loud. She hits a really high note. All the perfume bottles explode, sending out a blend of pungent aromas. It's too hard to breathe. I feel faint, hit the ground. On the way down, my head hits a counter. Lights out. I still don't want to go with this guy who wants to show me nightlife. He sounds like a bit of a creeper. So we're going to go swimming in winter. I can't say I was surprised. As I dive into the river, I see a semi-submerged log, but too late, I hit it. There's a sharp snap in my neck, and I can't feel my arms or legs, and then I drown. Looks like I have no choice but to enjoy the nightlife. God damn it, this is a lot of text. Well, I'm going to read this all next time. I don't want these to get too big, because these videos are heavy. Robismetal, see you next time.